Hi, this is Gemma. Welcome to my vlog. So I guess what I wanted to talk about today was where we find ourselves. So I'm in England and we find ourselves just coming into week 2 of lockdown number 2. This time around it's a little bit different, so we're all being advised to work from home. I'm working from home, I have my home office here, and I see my therapy clients and my mindfulness clients, I see them all online at the moment. All our activities, like my 2 running clubs, have all been cancelled. Parkrun has been cancelled. I have no idea how I'm coping without parkrun. I really miss it. One of the big lessons of the first lockdown was that actually if you just close everything down, people suffer in other ways, mental health being a really big thing. Obviously I work for the NHS, I work in a mental health service, so this is something that I've really seen, is how people suffer when their support networks are taken away from them. And also they're things that are what we sometimes call the antidepressing activities, things like parkrun. That was for me a very antidepressing activity. So a lot of us, like me, are finding that our groups have gone, so our particular day and time that we would meet is gone, and we would run as a group, and having that kind of motivation was great. A lot of us may be finding either that we're running a smaller group of 2, or that we're doing a lot more on our own, a lot more solo running, a lot more solo sports, which can be really difficult to get motivated. Back in the first lockdown, I interviewed some members of my running club just to find out a little bit more about how they were coping, what helped them, what they thought of solo running. And I also talked to endurance athlete Luke Toberski about how he motivates himself when some of the events that he does are really long and there might be a lot of solo time. So I just wanted to share with you some of the things that came out from that. So are you ready? Tip number 1, set a goal. So people who tend to adapt best to solo exercise tend to be people who have a goal in mind, something that they want to achieve. So think about where you want to be, or have something planned, something booked in, whether it's an event, a virtual event, a real event, who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and we'll be able to do some real events again soon, or it might be more of a personal challenge, but having a goal in mind can be really helpful. Number 2, find support. So this could be virtual, this could be through connecting with something like an online running club, or a running club that is currently having a bigger online presence, because that's the main way that we can connect. If there is someone ideally in your household that will do this with you, that's even better. So finding support makes you accountable. Tip number 3, use the time. So you might want to use that time, that is space just for you. You might want to use it to think through some ideas, to think through some plans. Some people talk a lot about running solo or sports solo being a little bit like therapy for themselves, that they get a chance to think through different things without interruptions from kids or life or work getting in the way. So tip number 4, mix things up. So no one wants to do the same tired old routine that they've always done. And this might be a chance for us to experience something new, or to add in something new that we haven't really done before, because we do get stuck in our routines of this day I do this, that day I do that. Maybe it's time to mix things up a bit and try something that you've never tried. It's a great time. There's so much online stuff going on, lots of free trials, free classes. It might be time to discover that actually you're secretly a boxer, or you're secretly a tap dancer. So tip number 5, We're there, the fifth one. This is mindfulness. So this is the one that I feel really passionate about and excited about. So it can be really hard, especially on this time round with lockdown number 2, coming at a time when it's dark, it's getting colder, so that isn't exactly motivating in its own. So you might find that there's a lot of thoughts of, do I have to, I can't be bothered, it's too dark, it's too cold, it's too wet. Mindfulness is really great at helping you overcome these thoughts. So if you imagine on one hand here you've got your thoughts or your emotions, and on this hand here you've got your reaction to them. So thoughts, it's dark, it's cold, I don't really want to. Reaction, stay home and watch Gory. What we're doing with mindfulness is, by becoming aware of those patterns of thought and being able to bring ourselves back to the present when we want to, we're just opening this gap between the thoughts and the way we respond to them. And in here is where you can put a choice. So it doesn't make it easy, it's no quick fix, but it does give you a chance at noticing thoughts that then affect your mood, that then affect your will and your motivation, and moving on from them in a way that you want to, rather than what we often do is we have the thought, we have the feeling, we feel low, we feel tired, so we give up, we stop.